My darlings, announcement. If you haven't watched the first part of this video, because this topic was too long to make only one video, if you haven't watched the first part of this video, which was crucial, you will make me very sad. So please stop this, return to part number 1, and come back to me, and we can go ahead and go over the next batch of summer night perfect sexy Arabian brand fragrances. Let's start, but if you haven't watched part 1, please do before you move on to this video that you're just watching. I love you. Okay. Let's start with clones of Hibiscus Mahaj, because obviously so many people love Hibiscus Mahaj for a good reason, and because it's so fruity, sweet, yet complex and potent. It's perfect for summer nights, obviously. I have 2 clones here. Third one is on its way. So I will make like the whole Hibiscus Mahaj video about all its clones and which one is the best. I have 2 options for you. Both are great. One is like 1-to-1 dupe to Hibiscus Mahaj. The other one is just as great, but a bit more fruity, and it has a bit more different note structure. So the one that's a bit different is Jawhara Rouge from Maison Asrar. As you can see, my bottle is not what it used to be because I hated it. So that's what I have. But when you buy it, it's not going to look like this. Here you have citruses, passion fruit and lychee, magnolia, amber and violet. And in the dry down, you've got musk, caramel, cedarwood and cashmere. Completely different note structure than Hibiscus Mahaj, but trust me, it's pretty much identical, just a little bit more zesty fruity. That's the only difference. But the vibe is the same. I would say they're like 90% similar. With that difference that this leans more fruity, leans a bit more tropical because of the passion fruit and lychee. So yeah. If you want even a fruitier version of Hibiscus Mahaj, then try this one out. It is very nice performing fragrance, even though it's very inexpensive. I get at least 9 hours with moderate plus projection, sometimes even strong projection. So yeah, the bottle hideous, the price great, and overall great. But the other alternative that I have, and this is like 1-to-1 dupe. This is, my darlings, from, what is it? Fragrance World. This is Hibiscus Magic. And this one is exactly like Hibiscus Mahaj, even though the only note it doesn't have, comparing to the original, is the actual hibiscus. I don't get it. But you have spearmint and cassis here, rose and cinnamon, and then it dries down to beautiful dry down vanilla, amber, Amberythme, benzoin leather, and cedarwood. And I adore this fragrance, adore it. And this truly is 1-to-1 dupe, with that slight, maybe slight more creaminess. But I might be wrong. It might be just my nose. Because bear in mind that I refuse to buy the original Hibiscus Mahaj unless it's in 100 ml. And I almost caught it when I was in Florence. And the lady put it aside for me. But then the shift changed. And when I came back for it, another sales assistant got it to someone else. Sold it to someone else. So lucky me. Sometimes you can find 100 ml online, and I'm still hunting. But for now, I'm living on samples. So maybe it's just my nose. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm, keep on sampling the fragrance, the original. This one is maybe just a bit more creamy. The longevity is great, 8+ hours for sure, with moderate plus projection. It's not as monstrous as the original Hibiscus, because Hibiscus will give you like 12 hours. This one gives you a solid 8 to 9, which is still great. So I highly suggest checking out this, because it's so much cheaper comparing to the original, even though you get those, you know, 2 or 3 hours less of longevity. I think it's still worth it, to be honest. So yeah, either or, they're both perfect Hibiscus Mahaj dupes. The next one that I have, and I'm sure you guys really know how I feel about it at the moment, because I only gave you my first impressions. And now, no matter how I feel about it in regards to being a dupe of something, I still consider this a great fragrance. And I still consider this fragrance a perfect summer nights out fragrance. Okay? And that is Paris Corner by Asrar, which is supposed to be a dupe for Guidance, my beloved Guidance from Amouage. Straight out of the bat, it's not a dupe of Amouage Guidance. Amouage Guidance leans way more creamy sandalwood on me. It's way more potent, way more long lasting, you know, similar story to the Hibiscus Mahaj performance. Is just unbeatable. But this is really similar. It's just that those fruity, light, airy notes are the main players here, comparing to the original. So maybe for some of you, it's actually going to be a good thing. Okay? The notes are the same. You have pear, hazelnut, olibanum, osmanthus, rose, saffron, and jasmine. And in the base, you've got sandalwood, vanilla, akigala wood, and labdanum. So the notes are the same. It's just absolutely different proportions. Absolutely different proportions. With Bayn Al Asrar, you will mainly get pear. You will get woody notes. You will get sandalwood for sure. But not as dense and creamy as in the original. You will get rose and jasmine and some saffron. You will pretty much get all these notes, but again, the proportions are just different. They're just different, which makes it a different fragrance. You know, I would describe Bayn Al Asrar, Delina La Rosé to Guidance. You get what I'm saying? Guidance being like Delina exclusive, and this being Delina La Rosé of it. That's how I hope I make sense. That's how it is to me. There is a straight up similarity, but this one is just more zesty, fruity, way more emphasis on pear. It is nutty, but again, not as nutty. And it is rosy, but again, not as dense of a rose as you have in Guidance. Even though Guidance leans way more like nutty sandalwood on me than it does rose, when I smell it, I still get a lot of rose. Same here, but that rose is not as dense. But no matter if it's a great dupe, 100% dupe of or not, which is not, it's great for summer nights. It's even good for summer days, but for nights, I think it's going to be more than perfect. More than perfect. Because I know that Guidance itself is way too much for so many people. It's just so much. And it's too strong. It's too cloying. For me, and it's not because I'm crazy, but this can be a great alternative. And I know many people might actually prefer this over the original. So that's why it's in my top summer night sexy picks. And yes, it's sexy as fuck. Trust me on that. It's sexy. And it's still going to be a compliment magnet. Just like Guidance is. Alright. Now I have a pair I have a king and I have a queen, and they are both so damn amazing for summer nights. Completely different scents, but trust me, you have to try both of them. They're both from Fragrance World, and the first one is Queen of Hearts. And this is a dupe for Guerlain La Petite Robe Noire Rose, Rose, Rose. Okay, so not the original. We're talking about the Rose, Rose, Rose flanker, which actually has been very hard to get ever since it was released. I remember I could only get it in one place, and I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. But this is amazing. I feel like they took everything that's the best from each La Petite Robe Noire flanker and the original and brought it in here. You've got sour cherry and wild berries. You have almond. You have bergamot. You have 5 different types of rose in the mid. And the dry down is tonka bean, vanilla, and iris. It is a beautiful vanilla tonka iris powdery dry down. Loads of rose, loads of cherries, loads of almond and berries, but it's still perfect for summer. Absolutely perfect for summer, especially for summer nights, because it's super sexy. It will give you a great fragrance trail. It will give you compliments. So if you are enjoying the DNA of La Petite Robe Noire, especially the Rose, 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 then you will love it. For me, what it mainly is a cherry, almond, rose, iris, vanilla fragrance. These are the main notes. Cherries with some berries, almond, rose through and through, and then iris, vanilla dry down. Amazing longevity, amazing performance. It's just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And another one I have from the same collection, I had to show this to you because this is so unique. But for summer nights, I don't think you will find a better fragrance if you like unique. This is King. Just King, I think. Same collection. And this is a dupe for Narcos Ace from the brand Virtus. Many people also compare it to Café Tuberosa from Atelier Cologne. Many people also compare it to Café Cabanel. Don't even try going there. No. This, to me, you know what it is to me? This is magic mushrooms from Boho Boko with added mango. Ton of mango. This to me smells like mango, tropical fragrance with a lot of mango and kind of a cannabis smell. To me, it smells like wee wee. Like hell. It smells like tropical punch of fruits with wee wee. And I think it's because of the combination of cardamom and coffee. But still, this smells to me like cannabis with tropical fruits. And it is exquisite. It smells amazing on my guy. Amazing. But it also smells amazing on me. If you want the most unique mango scent you can find on the market, look no further. And it costs pennies comparing to the OG. The quality is just like the OG. The performance is top notch. The longevity, 10 plus hours. It is extremely sexy. It truly is extremely sexy. So if you like mango but you want a unique fragrance that will turn heads, get this. Get this and thank me later. Thank me later. I'm waiting. I'll be waiting. I'll be here. Yeah. Okay. Just quickly. In my fruity video of Arabian fragrances, I mentioned Jasmine Wisp from La Yuqawam Rasasi, and it's great. but this time I want to mention something very similar, but even more potent. So as much as I think they're both absolutely suitable for summer nights, you might want to choose this one over Rasasi. Shaghaf Oud Ahmar from Swiss Arabian. The only reason why I personally maybe prefer Rasasi just a little bit more is because of coconut that it has, and shitload of passion fruit. It's like passion fruit, coconut, erba pura DNA. This, on the other hand, is peach, melon, tonka, apple, vanilla, erba pura DNA. So the notes are slightly different. They have a very similar vibe. This is more tropical, fruity, and more ambery in the base, and it has oud. This, on the other hand, Rasasi, is more like creamy coconut, tonka, with a very punchy passion fruit. So I recommend both of them. They're both extremely potent. I don't think there are many fragrances that will get you more compliments than these, and you don't have to pay much for either or. So depending on what you prefer, if you like coconut in your fragrances, get Rasasi. If you love peach and melon and apple and tonka and amber that's more prominent with a little bit of oud, then get Shaghaf Oud Ahmar. This lasts through washes, both of them. So it's very, very hard to get off. But they're worth it, right? Not too many left, but still quite a few to go through. Okay? Something that kind of reminds me of King, aka Narcosis from Virtus, is Aroma for Happiness from Aroma West, which is a dupe for Happiness. I get the same cannabis-like whiffs in both of them. The only difference is King, Narcosis dupe, is way more tropical, sweet, fruity mango, whereas Aroma for Happiness is straight up Oud for Happiness dupe. So this is bergamot, ginger, oud, cedar, vanilla, herbal notes, and musk, and some licorice. But I honestly get so much cannabis here. But this one is like drier, smokier, and more aromatic, and of course more citrusy. Whereas this one is way sweeter and of course tropical, as I said. I think many women love Oud for Happiness, so here I have a great option for you for so much less money. So that's why I'm giving you that as well, because it's super sexy. However, as much as I do recommend it and I do wear it myself, I think that this is actually more feminine. It's sweeter. It's, again, a tropical fruit punch with similar vibe. So yeah, both great, quite similar, but not that similar. I recommend both of them. Okay. Next, completely different to what I have been talking about, is this. And this is Orientica Rosé de Orientica. And this is, for me, a beautiful mix between the Lina and Roses Musk from Montal, or Roses Vanille from Montserrat, with a slight touch of Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. It's like 3 perfumes in one. Gentle Fluidity Gold from Francis Kurjan, Roses Musk from Montal, and the Lina. This is like all in one. There you have it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a very, very sweet rose. It's definitely musky, quite ambery. You have a lot of ambergris here, which gives you loads of longevity, but at the same time, be aware that there's ambergris. Not everybody loves it. I do, so I always recommend perfumes with a lot of ambergris. Here you have rose, florals, musk, ambergris, peach blossom, pine needles, amber, musk, and dry wood. So as you can see, it has quite a bit similarities to all three fragrances. But again, it's like the best of all three. It's in this one. Perfect mixture for summer nights. If you love Roses Musk or Delina or Gentle Fluidity Gold, go for this one because it's sexy, it's feminine, and it will give you all in one. So that's that with monstrous performance. Now, if you're a fan of Atomic Rose, I'm gonna give you a great one, which I absolutely love. I have so many dupes of Atomic Rose, including the original, that it's almost ridiculous, but it's kind of like my favorite scent profile. So there you have it. This one is Rose Explosion from FA Paris, and it's 1-to-1 dupe to Atomic Rose. Nothing much to say about it. Incredible performance. I honestly think that this might be the best Atomic Rose dupe that I have. I have one from Aroma West. I have one from Maison Alhambra. Honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you go with. But I think Aroma West and this are the best two. So I'm gonna link both of them below for you. But yeah, if you want Atomic Rose, which is perfect for summer nights, it's so sexy, it's so like people will want to eat you, it's so sexy, then you will need at least one of these. So that's why it's here. That's why it's here. All right. Next fragrance that I have is a big love, and for summer nights, if you love tropical florals, you cannot skip on that. This is tropical florals and vanilla, and this is a dupe for Chant for the Nymph from Gucci, which is very expensive, and this truly is a 1-to-1 dupe, and it's perfect for summer nights because it's very dense, it's very potent, and it's very creamy. So that's the Chant from Maison Alhambra. And here you've got Frangipani, Tiare, Ylang. So pretty much every tropical flower you can think of, that's the most popular. Yeah. And then the base is vanilla. And it's perfect. But it's very potent on tropical florals. And it's very potent on vanilla. And it's perfection. And I love it. And the bottle for the price, guys, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. And don't buy the OG, please. Just get this. Trust me. Trust me. Sexiest tropical floral ever. I mean, there are some that are just as sexy. But in this list, I think it's the only like straight up tropical floral. And from all the Arabian brands that I have, this one is the sexiest. So yeah, for summer nights, chef's kiss. It might be too strong for daytime. It might be too much in your face, too cloying, too powdery. But for summer nights, this is your gem, trust me. So that's the Chant. All right, for all my Baccarat Rouge lovers, of course, I need to give you something. Amber Rouge from Orientica. Perfect combination between Baccarat Rouge Original and Baccarat Rouge Extrait, even though the notes are just like in the original Baccarat Rouge. There's no bitter almonds to it, like you have in the Extrait. Because of its heavy dose of sweetness and denseness, actually it's kind of a mix between the two. Doesn't matter. It also depends on your nose how you're gonna smell this fragrance, because you guys know Baccarat Rouge itself, people smell it so differently depending on their noses. But if you want a super potent Baccarat Rouge / Extrait version for summertime that's not gonna break the bank and it's gonna be super potent, For summer nights, there's nothing better than this. I have so many dupes of Baccarat, but I think honestly till this day, this is my favorite from Arabian brands. Yeah. Orientica Amber Rouge is truly to die for. To die for. Alright, next I have Cherry of the Night, and that is Supremacy Tapis Rouge from Afnan. I did feature it in my fruity video, but there was no way I would not show it to you now. This to me is like a summer version of Duquesa from Greety. People of course compare it to so many other cherry fragrances, but for me, the notes are very similar to Duquesa from Greety, but lifted up, made more summery. It's more fruity, it's more summery, it's not as heavy dense. Here you have black cherry, white peach and lychee, jasmine, mahonia, rose and plum, and in the dry down you've got vetiver, cloves and peony. And it is a perfect cherry for summer. I absolutely love it. It has great performance, at least 8 hours with moderate projection on me. So yeah, if you want a super sexy night out cherry for summer that's not too heavy, because I know my cherry that I created, Venom of Love, can be a bit too heavy for summer because it's like a bit gourmand leaning. This one is your summer version of it. So yeah, either if you like Duquesa or Lost Cherry or my fragrance Venom of Love, which is very much cherry based, this is your summertime version of them. So check it out. It's phenomenal. I love it. Bought it almost a month ago and I've been wearing it a lot. Okay. I think this is gonna be the last one. And for some reason, people compare it to Lost in a Dream. Like, yes, this Lost in a Dream, my fragrance. And I really don't know why. It doesn't remind me of that at all. To me, it's kind of a mix between Angel's Share and Baccarat Rouge. But perfect for summer nights. It's truly like all of that on steroids, but perfect for summer nights. And that is Afnan Amberythme, Performance Monster, like all of these that I showed you. And this one is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it's to put it as simple as I can. It's kind of like you mixed Angel's Share, or maybe not even Angel's Share, Latafa Camera with Baccarat. And you know, now that I'm smelling it, it has something from Lost in a Dream. I don't know what it is, but yeah. I mean, Lost in a Dream is way more sweet, way more creamy. It's, first of all, it's a lactonic fragrance, but there's something to it. I don't know what it is, but there's something to it. Okay, so in Amberythme, we have cinnamon, maybe that's the first thing, amber, tonka, saffron, vanilla jasmine, ambergris, cedar, and sandalwood. Of course, Lost in a Dream has so much sandalwood and so much vanilla, and it also has jasmine, and of course jasmine and tonka, and of course it starts off with cinnamon. So maybe that's why people kind of get resemblance between them two, but trust me, they're different. This is a gourmand. This is more of a sweet, airy, ambery, woody fragrance. But it's absolutely incredible. Incredible. I love it so much. So you do get cinnamon, you do get amber, you do get tonka, you get all the notes that I read you. So saffron, vanilla, jasmine, ambergris, cedar, sandal, everything is in here. And it's very sweet and it's very strong, but maybe because of the airiness of saffron and the jasmine, it's very much appropriate for summer nights. Very much appropriate for summer nights. I love it. Performance is phenomenal. If you love sweet, sweet, sweet ambers with hints of Baccarat Rouge, hints of Latafacamra, and apparently hints of Lost in a Dream, then you have to have it. And that's it. That's it. I'm done. No more sexy summer night Arabian perfumes. We're done, guys. I think we've had enough. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment under this video if you liked it. What's the fragrance you're the most interested in after watching this? It helps me a lot. By the way, if you guys do not know, only I think 47 or 45% of you who watch me regularly are subscribed to this channel. So it will mean the world to me if we change that. And if we do, I promise to give you even more complex and exhausting content about the best fragrances that are on the market. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in my next one. Bye.